Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a pinky nudie nail art design, and it's kind of inspired by vintage, although I wasn't fully going for a vintage vibe. It always kind of goes this way when you pick up floral foils. I always end up creating something a bit like vintage, a bit, I don't know. You can let me know what you think in the comments. But we're going to start off with our background colours, of course. So we've got Moonchild here. It's been my favourite recently, actually, for doing background colours rather than a nude. If you are a regular on my channel, then you know Food Coma is my absolute go-to when it comes to nudes. But sometimes when I want to kind of switch it up a little bit, stop with the actual, brownie shades and do something different, then I often pick up Moonchild because it's just such a nice alternative. So I really recommend this one. It's a really nice colour. It's not too kind of whitey, but it's also not too pinky. It's almost that nice in between, and I absolutely love it. Now we've got 4 of those nails, and on the very last nail I'm picking up this gorgeous pink, and I'm also going to pop some white on the bottom, and then I'm going to go ahead and ombre those 2 colours together using my ombre brush from Madam Glam. And then I'll pop the whole set into the lamp, and I'll do a second coat off camera, and then when I'm back we can crack on with the rest of the design. So like I've mentioned, the majority of today's design is a transfer foil look. So I've got millions of foils in my drawer, and I used to do so many designs with foils, and recently I feel like I've been slacking. So also actually recently I've had a massive dump. I haven't been able to create anything nice, or anything at all for that matter. Actually, it's probably been a week and a half since I've created anything. So if there's been videos that you've been watching, they all were pre-filmed videos when I was still on the grind, and recently I just had a bit of a little bump in the road, but I feel like we're back. I made this set today. Today's the 29th of March. This video is probably going to go up tomorrow, so we're back on it hopefully. So now that I've got 2 layers applied, I'm now applying a transfer foil gel from Nail Nails, and I'm applying it on all 4 of the Moonchild nails. So here's the foil that I'm using today. It's a pretty like a concentrated foil, because some foils you can get where the flowers are kind of sparse and they're a bit far in between, and this one is a very like concentrated, like a lot of flowers right next to each other, which are nice when it comes to like full cover nails, or mainly full covering when you're not trying to be too specific with your flower placements. Sometimes I want a specific flower in a specific area, which does cause a bit of a problem when it comes to these kind of foils. But there is a nail today that we're going to do somewhat of a specific placement, so I'll show you guys how I go about that then. But for the first nail, I want a full nail covered with the flowers. So just place it down and start rubbing around. I always mention this in videos where I do transfer foil gel nails. So remember, when you place into the lamp, I like to do a 60-second cure, no matter what kind of gel I'm using when it comes to transfer foil. And then when it comes out, leave it to cool down. It actually really helps with the transfer, and you're going to have such a nice, smooth, quick transfer experience. Trust me, give it a go. I had a couple of comments to tell me that actually works, which I'm really glad that I was able to help some of you. And if you haven't already, do give it a try. Pop it into the lamp, take it out, leave it for, let's say, 2 minutes. Go ahead and go grab yourself something, grab yourself a cup of tea, come back, pick up your transfer, place it down, and within seconds you'll be able to just start peeling off your transfer foil, and your image will transfer over with no problem. So definitely give it a go. So the other 2 nails, I'm mainly focusing the transfer foil on let's say, just a bit above the bottom part of the nail, and that's because I'm going to do a French tip on that nail, and I wanted the flowers to be on the top part of the nail. And then on this nail, I wanted this big flower in the center, and then using a lint-free wipe and some acetone, you can remove anything that you didn't want there. I actually ended up removing that whole flower and redoing the whole nail, this one, just because I felt like the flower was a bit too high and I needed it in the middle, so I had to redo it. So we're back now, and it's time to do the French tip, and I've actually started doing a different technique recently. So when I want a really kind of, is it a low smile line, I guess? I kind of like to do 2 lines, one on one side, one on the other, and then connect it at the bottom with this like half circle. And I end up with like a bit of a different French tip look to my usual. And I absolutely love my usual, but sometimes with a nail like this one, where is it the nail bed area is where I want the most flowers to be. That's where, you know, the biggest design is. I kind of want it to be most of the nail rather than cover it all up, so that's what I'm doing, and we'll have 2 of those nails, so just working on the other one now. The wire that I'm using today is a little bit sheer, so we will go ahead and do another layer off camera once it's all done. Once this nail is done, we'll work on our last nail that has the ombre, and with that nail I decided to kind of keep it in the middle and almost kind of create a frame looking design on it. So using the white, I'm also almost going to do like a circle around the flower and color it around. So we'll have the white around the flower, and then the flower will be in the middle with the nudie Moonchild gel polish in the background, which is going to be cute. So yeah, I'm just perfecting the smile line. It's always a little pain to get perfect, but practice makes perfect as usual. So I'm just going to perfect it there, place it down. Now onto this one. So this is where I would do that half circle look. So although I'm doing a half circle, I'm not actually connecting the top and the bottom together. It almost looks like it's kind of coming off the nail, as if there's like kind of more to the design. Here it is, and then of course the top and the bottom part I'm going to colour in with the white. In the lamp it will go. Off camera, of course, another layer will be applied. Then I think we're gonna crack on with some line work. So this is where that pinky shade is going to come into play, that pinky shade that we use for the ombre. We're going to do some stripes, which I have to admit, it's been years probably since I've done like a stripey set. It feels like that anyways, although I do so many designs that maybe I'm just losing track of the last time I've done a stripey set. But I always I'm kind of always shying away from those kind of designs just because stripes can be quite difficult to do. And I just haven't perfected it that well. Maybe I need to invest in some better brushes. I've got this one favorite one that I always use for everything, and maybe sometimes I should maybe reach out for others because maybe just this brush isn't always made for everything. But here's my best attempt at doing lines. The sides were a little bit hard to do because in theory there shouldn't be a line there, but I wanted one in there, so I kind of had to squeeze one in there, so you'll see that in a second. But we're going to do stripes on the French tip on both nails, and we're leaving a fair gap in between, so we're not doing too many lines. We're just doing, what is it, 1 2 3 4 5 lines altogether. Of course, I've got a super long big nail here. If you were doing it on a client or yourself, then you'd probably end up with maybe slightly less lines, or you'd go ahead and do thinner lines to fit more in. Here I messed up, so I'm just going to grab a wipe and clean that up. I'm going to fix up that line and then again do the exact same amount of lines on either side. Then when it comes to that nail where we're kind of creating this frame in the middle, I'm going to go ahead and do the lines again basically on that nail too, but you have to envision that the line goes right from the top right to the bottom without of course going over the flowers. So if I'm placing a line at the bottom in the middle, I want to place a line at the top in the middle as well. So you see that in just a second. Can't remember what this pink was called, but it was shown right in the beginning of the video. It was such a beautiful color. I've had this for so long. I want to say it's pink with benefits, I think. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but if you've forgotten to and you really like it and you want to pick it up, then just skip back to the to start of the video to see what the name was. And I also do have a discount code in the description for you guys to go ahead and shop with Madam Glam, and you can save yourself some money as well because I've got a discount code down there if you wanted to shop with them. They're absolutely amazing. I love their products. You all probably know I pretty much use them every single video. They're just the best. It's just so easy to work with. Love, 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 love. So here's me doing the stripy lines. I quite like this one just because it kind of has more lines and it was easier to do with the lines. I kind of do wish, looking back, that I did the lines a little bit thinner maybe. Maybe I did the lines a little bit too thick. But never mind. I'm just going to finish off this nail, sorry. I feel like the gel polish was pretty opaque, to be honest, and I didn't feel the need of doing another layer, so I actually didn't. But if you were of course using the gel polish that was a little bit sheer and you wanted that full opacity, then of course go ahead and do another layer. But especially for me where no one's wearing these nails, then I didn't really feel the need to do another layer, luckily for this, otherwise it would have taken a little bit more time. But now that everything has been cured, I've got this stunning rose gold gel polish from Madam Glam. It's sparkly, it's beautiful, it came out of with their Valentine's collection this year, so back in February, and oh boy, that was one of my most favorite collections ever. I absolutely love pinks. The whole collection, of course, was pinky reddy shades, and it came with these stunning glittery gel polishes that I absolutely love to use when it comes to outlining things. So such as this smile line, I'll go ahead and use this gel polish to outline, and it creates such a beautiful effect. Although I do go ahead and actually matte top coat these nails today, so it has muted this gel polish drastically, which is such a shame. But if you were to glossy top coats with this gel polish, you know, in the background and stuff, oh my goodness, it's so sparkly, it's so beautiful. My go-to for outlining literally anything these days. So I've got this rose gold one, I've got a gold one, I've got a bit more of like a neon looking one. They're amazing. So if you're interested in one of these kind of gel polishes, definitely pick it up. They're super opaque as well, as you can see, because sometimes you get these gel polishes that have glitter in them, and they are kind of mixed glitter with just clear gel polish. And when you go ahead and draw something, it just kind of like the glitter just kind of isn't as, you know, concentrated basically, and you end up having to do a couple of layers to get it super opaque and sparkly. And it is absolutely not the case with this gel polish. Like, look at this, I'm just doing one swipe, might have to go over it a little bit, and then done and dusted. No, you know, no issues, no gaps or anything. It's so great, like honestly in love. And same with if you were to do a full nail with this color as well. I've done it. I might have a video of me doing that, possibly not. I'm so sorry, I think I was chatting to someone here. But I'll come back and finish. There we go. But yeah, it's amazing when you do a full nail too. Literally 2 coats and you've got full opacity. It's amazing, just like any regular gel polish, which is good. So once that's done, it will go ahead and be cured. Now it's time to top coat these beauties. So we're doing a matte top coat today. The Madame Glam Velvet Matte Top Coat is what we're using. It will go into the lamp, and then the very last little bits and bobs that we need to do is, of course, some crystal placement. It can't be a set made by me without some charms or crystals. I just cannot go about doing nails without it. So for the crystal and charms, we've got something very simple. I was trying to overcomplicate it when I was trying to design today's set, actually, but luckily I decided to go with what I did, and I'm actually really happy. I was trying to create this super intricate, you know, detailed crystal placement on that ombre nail that I always try to do, but I ended up going for a bit more of a simpler look, and I'm just so much happier with it. So happy. So it's going to go into the lamp. Here they are. Okay, so we've got these 2 pink bows that are going to go on the French tip nail where the smile line is, right at the bottom there. So that will go on both, and it's this beautiful, I'm so sorry, the footage just seems to be quite overexposed. I'm really sorry about that. I don't know what happens. Like, I don't move my phone, so I don't know why it just sometimes changes the way it kind of records. But these beautiful baby pink looking bows, and you can get different looking ones, but this one is the one with like the long bottom parts, like the ribbon, like the bottom part of the ribbon, I guess. It's like really long, because you can get ones that are really short. So then it will go into the lamp. Again, I'm chatting, I'm so sorry, I don't usually chat when I'm filming. I was trying to multitask here. And then lastly, for the ombre nail, I'm going to pick up that little flower there. Can you see in the background? It's already on my pink mat. So you know when you do 3D flower work with acrylic or 3D/4D carving gels, it's one of those, but actually in like a charm looking thing. I've been trying to get my hands on some, and I finally have been able to, which is really nice. And this one has these pink little petals, which is perfect for today's design, and it has this beautiful crystal cluster in the center as well. It is absolutely stunning, and it's the perfect size for both nails like I'm doing today, but also for nails like client real nails where they're shorter, which is nice too. So if you're not quite familiar or know how to do 3D work, this is going to be such an amazing alternative for you. So it's gone into the lamp and cured into place. Now I'm just going to apply some rhinestone glue gel in this kind of pattern that I'm doing now, and then in the background I already got these tiny small little like dusty pink looking crystals, and we're going to place them right where I'm placing my rhinestone glue gel dots. So they'll go in there. The sizes are all the same, all absolutely the same. I tried to find the smallest ones I could find, really. I don't want them any big, because like the charm itself is humongous. This whole set is very busy as it is, so I really wanted something a little bit more smaller. So I'm just going to place it on there And then it will go into the lamp for the final cure now, I think. And then I can show you guys the final result. Can't wait to show you guys. I'm so happy with it. I absolutely love the way it looks. Love the way it looks. I hope you guys do too. Really do. Okay, so the crystals are almost done. And here are the final results. I hope you guys like them. They're so cute. I can't wait to make them on like a press on nail set or something. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.